because I got cut off. But what I was saying is that I'm really excited to do this 2024 12 card pool live. It is a challenge. I'm challenging myself in 2024 to be more present and like as close to being one-on-one as I can with you, the amazing people in my orbit. And I was saying I wanted to give you kind of a little bit of prep work or prep of what I did. So I cleaned off this desk. I did a really deep cleansing yesterday of this entire space because I knew that I wanted to do this. And so normally I would pull on a cloth, but because this is literally these cards and this pull is the very first thing that is going on here. What's going on with this little, there we go. It's been cleansed and ready for an amazing 2024. And so if you want to play along, you can grab your tarot deck for the 2024 12 card pool. I'm using the Modern Witch tarot deck. And yeah, so if you want to play along, grab your favorite tarot deck, and we are just going to be going through and asking the cards, asking our guides, asking the universe, Great Spirit, for a guiding card for each month that will really help us harness the energy that we need to do the things that we want to do in that month. And so what we're looking for and kind of aligning with the cards for the month is a card, an archetype, an energy that is going to help you achieve your wild dreams in 2024. Because I am anointing for all of us here in my orbit, beyond my orbit, expanding on different timelines and parallels, that this is the year of the wild dreamer, the wild dreams, and really rooting and planting and grounding those dreams here in this planet, in the earth, in our bodies. And this is what this spread is all about. It is in service to your wild dreams for 2024. And each month's card is like a little story, an archetype, an energy that will help you, I, we, us get there. So I'm Brandi Amar Sky. Welcome to my channel. I am really excited. I'm going to be rebranding it this year. And just a little hint for you folks. It is going to be now the Wild Dream channel, and we are going to be talking all things wild dreams, tarot, magic that can support us in our wild dream chasing and catching. I'm going to give you videos to help you get more creative, get yourself more out there, be more ferocious in asking for what you want, both in yourself and also from others and the universe, and working really in radical alignment with all of the pantheon that you have really access to all the time, and really kind of learning how to call all that energy in and back into you, and asking for aids and signs, and then taking the praxis, the pragmatic steps to make your wild dreams happen. So it's going to be a channel that mixes magic, creativity, and really manifesting and really getting the work done. I'm really excited about it. So I can't wait for you to join me. All right, so I'm going to take a little sip of tea. It is my morning cup of tea. Well, afternoon now. I hope y'all had a really great New Year's. All right, friends. So we are going to start our 12 card pull. And you know what? I just realized y'all can see them this way. So we're going to shuffle this way. So what I'm doing now is I'm just grounding my energy and placing my feet on the ground. I'm really infusing the energy of this wild dream catching and chasing 2024. I'm asking for guides, archetypes, energetic embodiments for each of us, for this orbit, for each month, for 2024. Just getting all of that intention in the cards. Wild Dream 2024. And January's card. January. There's January. Looking for February's archetype, energy, wild dreams. Ooh, okay. There's actually more than, so February. Okay. All right. Asking for March 2024 wild dream again. Usually when there's two, you know what? It feels like there wants to be two for March. So we're going to honor that feeling. And a lot of this really is about tuning in and attuning to the energy of the question, the energy that is around you, the energy in the cards, the energy of the intention, and really following those intuitive, somatic little tingles that give you a yes or a no. Your body is a natural pendulum. And if you pay really radical and close attention to it, you'll be able to see and sense and feel when there is supposed to be two, when there's supposed to be one, when to stop, and when to keep going. So we did January, February, March. We're going into April 2024. April 2024, wild dreams. April. I'm not going to have room. All right. May 2024. May. June 20. Ooh, I felt that. June. July. Oh, July. Moving into August. August. September. Oh, okay. So we'll make a note that September is going to be really animated. September is going to be a month that's going to basically tell us what the fuck it wants us to do. So get ready. September feels like it's going to be a really wild ride. Okay, September. All right. There we go. I'm liking that vibe. Really curious to see what the September energy card is. September. And moving into my favorite month, and really my favorite, like, energy of October. Okay. So, making note that September and October both are gonna tell and demand what they want. And October is all like wanting all of the attention. It's like the energy is like, there's something in October that is really going to want focus, is going to want to take focus, is going to want you to really hone in on. There's going to be some real kind of in your face magic that I feel like a lot of this is going to maybe almost guide and point us into. So it feels like maybe October is going to be like a month where the thing, the goal, the wild dream that we are chasing in 2024, that this is like a moment. September is like a bam, and so is October, but instead of being like a bam, like stop you in your tracks of September and not knowing what's next, October is like, here, this is what you asked for. This is everything that you have wanted, and not like in a grand, like this is going to be the end all be all of your wild dream goal, but it's going to be like one of those really big milestones. And there is going to be some really deep guidance and ancestral support and animal kin present. For those of you who have been in my world for a while, you know that anytime the Seven of Wands comes up, this is Simon's card. And I know that whenever I see this card, and this card comes up a lot in our yearly pools, that we are going to be really deeply supported in ways that we can't even like comprehend physically, that we can't even begin to comprehend in all of our new age energetic, like we are just supported deeply and divinely in ways that are just threaded throughout the universe and interconnected beyond. So this is actually really beautiful, and thank you. Whew. Didn't think we were gonna go there. Okay. Shifting gears, giving myself a second just to kind of recenter into the year. All right, so we are pulling for November 2024. November. And my other favorite month, because it is my birthday month, December 2024. Okay. And then let's pull a card, a collective card of the year for us as wild dreamers, as wild dream chasers, as folks who are going to slay this new year in all the ways. A card for all of us in the Woke Magic orbit for the year. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here so I don't get distracted. And I always also read the bottom of the deck, so we're going to do that as well, but I need a sip of water only because that was a little bit more there's a lot more energy than what is in my normal like 12-month card pull. And I feel like, and this is one of the reasons why I was saying at the beginning, one of my goals and really heart missions for 2024 is to be more in relationship live with you, because there is an energy, right? Even if you're not catching me live and you're watching the replay, if we're doing this live together, there is something that's just so fucking spectacular that happens when when two people gather. Magic fucking happens. And so my commitment to myself, to my medicine, to my magic, is to be more in relationship, like live relationship with y'all, because this is what happens, right? There's more energy, there's more magic, there's even more ganas and gumption in that. And I'm just really grateful already and really excited about what these cards are. So I am going to take a sip of water. I'm not going to do like a full reading. That would take a lot of time. And my wife is waiting on me. And so I'm just going to reveal the cards for you, and just know that as we move through 2024, every single monthly medicine reading that you'll get here on my channel is derived from the card of the month. So you're going to get a deep reading every month of each of the cards, but I really just want you to get like the lay of the land, the bird's eye view of what 2024 is. And it's going to be popping. This last part from September through December is going to be popping. So all right, let's begin with our card of this month. And because obviously I'm just now pulling it, your monthly medicine reading for January will be in probably it'll land, it'll go live this week, because I have to record it because I just pulled the card. All right. I'm so excited. Are you excited? Okay. So January's card is, ooh, the Chariot. This is really interesting because this was the card of the year for last year. And so we're beginning almost like we're ending, but like we ended, but a lot more in our power, a lot more centered, a lot more knowledgeable, because we hopefully learned our lesson and glean the medicine from 2023, the Chariot year. I said I wasn't going to read, but I can't fucking help it. Like, it just kind of happens. Okay. Okay. Chariot is our January card. Let's see. February, we have the Nine of Cups. What a beautiful, like, little tandem right there, right? The Nine of Cups for February. More wishes. I love this. Okay, so March is when, I feel like these sleeves are too long, that wanted two cards. And so I'm really curious to see what these two cards are. Ooh. So we have the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups. And so I just want to make a quick little note. So these two cards are numerically one right after another. And so there's something here about being in the middle of the journey, right? So we're in March, which is the third month, right? And then we have a 4 and a 5. And so there's something that is going to feel a little bit more linear when it comes to March, or maybe the linearity is us taking like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 of our goals, like of what we need to do, to what we need to think, and what we need to feel, and it create and invoke and intuit in order to kind of really get the energy rolling and the momentum going for our wild dreams. So I just wanted to point that out. I said I wasn't going to read, but when this kind of stuff happens, like you just gotta you just gotta get it out, right? The downloads happen and you just gotta get it out. So we have the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups for March. And I just need another sip. So now we're moving into April. April's card. This is one of my favorite cards, and I'm going to link below a podcast that I did called Tarot Heroes, and I talk about the Justice card, and I'll link below, but I'm also, when we get to April, I'll link it again, but this is one of my favorite cards. And again, looking at this right here, what I find really interesting is that we're beginning what would be like the solar quarter, right? So January and now April with two major arcana cards. And that to me also says these solar quarters are going to be super impactful for us, almost as much as the seasonal equinoxes and solstices. But these solar quarters are more like us made, more personal made, more more human made. So they are more bound to what we do with our lives and ourselves, and how we turn the corner, right? How we put the energy in to shift. So there is April. Okay. May. This feels like a transition, right? So it feels like there's the steps, there's like this flow, and then we're like going through our own like transition in May. Like there's literally like a stewarding that's happening, like almost like not a bookend, but just like this flow. Like we're here on land, right? And we're, in order to get to this other side, right? To get to the energy, to get to the pop, to get to that, we have to flow through our own inner waters and our own inner thoughts and mind. May is going to be really interesting. All right, June. June. Okay. Let's see what July has. Look at that. Like, so again, there's the transition, right? And every transition is going to have some kind of loss, some kind of bereavement, some kind of grief, some kind of sadness, because we are literally shedding our own skin, shedding what is comfortable, shedding what we know. And that growth, personal transformation, is not all love and light. I mean, it's a big part of it, but there's also that deep, rich shadow that has to happen in order for us to be the rulers of not just our mind, but our own queen, king in between them, right? Like we have to go through those rough waters to get us to here. Now, not that we have to, but, and not that we want to, but there has to be this kind of upsurge. There has to be this kind of like release and letting go in order for us to really feel and be who it is we need to be to get our wild dreams going. And this is a really beautiful, like, layout. And again, so this isn't a major arcana, but it is the closing of a cycle, right? It is the major arcana, like, of the court cards, right? If you put the king at the end. And so again, we're in like this really big self-rulership moment in these quarters, solar quarters. Okay. Where am I at? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We are in August. Ooh, and we have another court card. August. All right, so here's September. September was popping with October. So let's see what this popping energy was. Big pimpin' spinning the So this, I get it. Like, so go back, or if you haven't like seen this whole thing, if you're just kind of cutting and doing the chapters, go back and watch how forceful this card came through for us for September. And that's the kind of charge energy, that's the kind of pop that you need to have in your life and in the chasing of your wild dreams to get to the end goal, right? This every time I see this card, and every time this card comes up, my King of Pentacles, like my model that doesn't have to do anything with gender, but just the poetry and the businessman. I'm not a business, I'm a businessman. Is Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z is when I think of the King of Pentacles, when I think about what I want my body of work to look like as an artist, as a magic maker, as a wild dreamer, as a coach, as a teacher, I think of Jay-Z. And so this is September is for me, a Jay-Z moment. But what I want to kind of invite you to do is, who embodies that King of Pentacles energy, right? Who embodies that for you? And that's what I want to invite you to kind of to work through these months, so that when you get to September, you can pop that shit off. Because you're gonna have to fight for your right to party. Like, you're gonna have to fight for it, but you're gonna be supported in October. All right, November. We have got a lot of swords. We have a lot of swords in 2024, which really leads me to believe that we are going to be doing a lot of mind work, a lot of mindset work, a lot of communication work. And it's really interesting for me personally, because I'm in my Time Lord for my perfection year is Mercury, who is all about communication. And so this 2024 is going to be a really heavy communication and mind and battling and working through the mind things and the self-talk and the way we communicate with ourselves, the way that we then, how we communicate to ourselves is reflected on how we communicate out. And so really working on our internal communication, so that way when we get out into the world, we are very intentional in weaving our word spells and our vocal spells into what we want to bring more of into our life. And so we're going to be doing a lot of that sword work. And what I love about this is now I have a good picture on like what I can help us do, right? With the, not only the monthly medicine, but like with the content in the channel. Like, I know I want to help us with this whole the mind games forever. I'm a little songbird in 2024. All right. So finally we have December. And I feel like after the heavy lifting, like this moment of coming together and celebration is like the exhale that we need. So this is our 2024 layout. I'm really, really excited about this. So let's now look at, I'm going to take one more sip. Now, let's look at our guiding energy for 2024 for all of us as a collective. So, this was ours, actually. This was all of ours. December medicine card. And so I want to invite us all, myself included, to go and watch that video, December's monthly medicine reading. Go watch that video and pick up where you left off, or start again. Pick up the things that maybe you said you were going to do, but you didn't do. Go back and listen to this, because this is the energy, right? That December energy, that going after and throwing your own fucking victory parade, throwing your own party, right? Throwing your own party. That is the vibe of 2024. It is the vibe that you touched upon in December. Again, go back and look at the December reading, because this right here means we all gonna win, okay? And winning is whatever you define it to mean, right? What you choose, how you choose to win is gonna look differently from how I choose to win. But this is a really great card to have in support of like all of these really kind of like mental moments, the work that we're going to be doing. This is saying, you got this, we got this, you know, and don't forget to do your victory laps, right? So like when you go through the things that you go through throughout the year, those are worthy of a fucking victory lap, because guess what? You made it through, right? The only way out is through. And this is saying, when you get through, fucking celebrate. Bring some joy into your life. I'm telling this to myself too. And so to wrap us all up, as I said, I always love to read the bottom of the deck. It really just depends. I'm going to say that this is feeling like, because we have such a rich and very light, and by light, I mean like bright, sunshiny, victorious card of the year. It feels like the bottom wants to be the kind of not necessarily the shadow side, but the thing that we need to watch out for in ourselves as we progress through the year. I shit you not, you cannot make this stuff up. So the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. And so I'm going to tell you a little story. This is my card of the year that I chose for myself as to what I want to embody. Like, this is my goal. I want to be this Nine of Pentacles. And I've made my whole year about becoming the Nine of Pentacles. Like, she's literally right here. Like, I'm gonna bring her out for you. Like, she's literally right in front of me. And I'm gonna read you. So this is kind of, this was the bottom of the deck. So it goes with the Six of Wands. But I have something on the other side to remind me, because this is what I am going to embody in 2024. And what I hope the energy you will shift into and embody in 2024 as well. But I'm going to read what I have on the back as it's a reminder to myself. And now that this card has shown up at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is a message that wants to be shared with you. And because she showed up here, I'm also feeling like this year for me personally needs to be more about, or I need to be I need to share my journey more. I need to share what I'm doing to get there, because when one person wins, we all win, especially if that person is really careful and intentional about creating a map for others to follow that is hopefully way easier and less stressful and anxious ridden as the one who is paving the path. And so I'm going to close this all out by reading the quote that I have on the back of this card that I'm going to return to again and again, and I'll drop it in the comments in the description box. And this is from Rachel Pollack, and absolutely, like, she's by far my one of my guides in tarot. So this is from her, a quote from her 78 Degrees of Wisdom. So what she says about the Nine of Pentacles that I'm really rooting into my body is, not gonna cry, to make of her life what she wants, she has to give up not only companionship, but also such things as spontaneity, wandering, and recklessness. And then I put a little caveat at the end that says, for now, temporarily. You don't have to give those things up forever. But if we want to get to where we want and need to go, there's going to be some sacrifices. We're going to have to give up going out with our friends. We're going to have to say no to things that we really want to do, because we have a calling. We have a calling that we have to answer to. We have something in us that is burning and yearning to come out. And that's what we need to follow. And in order to follow that, we have to sometimes say no to wandering and recklessness and spontaneity, all the things that we love and we need, but it's about that balance, right? So to take those moments, to really, really take those moments of victory, but then also to take those moments where you say no, because you and your dreams are that fucking important, right? It's a balance. It's a light and a dark, and it's not like a stagnant balance, right? It's dynamic. There's an energy and a balance. Like when you think about balance, I want you to think about a ballerina being on point, right? To the eye, it seems like it's easeful, it's effortless, but in that dancer's body, there are all these muscles and synapses happening there's dynamic things happening in that dancer's body to stay balanced. And that's the energy for us in 2024, this dynamic balance, this yes and the no, the but and also all, right? Like being out there, giving yourself the victory lap, but then also saying no to spontaneity, wandering, and recklessness, not forever, but for now. And yay, I'm so glad you spent it with me too. Oh, thank you so much. I am so excited for us, and I'm so glad I did this live. Maybe I'll do the monthly medicine readings live. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think in the comments below? I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me. Your energy is imprinted. Like, your energy helped make this energy. It amplified it. And again, when two or more of us come together, like, we're fucking unstoppable. And I'm wishing you an unstoppable 2024. And I will see you in a few days for the January reading. I love you. See you soon in Lakesh.